this film?
No, I haven't seen it on. I haven't seen it
He
yet.
hasn't seen the film. This is an old cinephile. He's very old for his age.
I love you. Do you want to take it first? I'm sorry.
I didn't choose this. This is it's what the world has become. I mean, with small distributors, Amplify is one. Okay, they don't have the kind of money that Hollywood has to get the audience's attention. So basically, we're relying on, people who might like a Gilliam film or might have seen a Christoph Waltz film, take an interest, and it's a kind of I wouldn't say control, but it's a way of making the grassroots work. So people see it video on demand. Hopefully the word goes out. Oh, it's a great film. What I love on my Facebook page, because I use Facebook to promote, not to converse. And I watch people on there who are saying, "Oh yes, I saw it in video on demand, but I can't wait to see it in the cinema." Or other people say, "I'm waiting to see it in the cinema. If only there was one within 1,000 miles of my house." And that's the problem. Getting films that don't fit in. It's harder and harder to get into cinemas. And so maybe video on demand is the only way some people are going to see it. I mean, the reality is, in the past, when I look at my films, they're made for a big screen. But I know in the reality, more people have seen them on DVDs than they have in the cinema. So it's just reversed the process a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that, I mean, does it make a difference
for
when you watch
me,
a film?
I did grow up in a different generation than I guess the video on demand generation. I grew up and I went to DVD stores with my dad and I went and got VHSs. So I feel somewhat dated. Genuinely. And this is very new to me, and I don't feel comfortable watching movies on demand. I get to a theater when I get to a theater, but I am also disconnected from a lot of what's going on in pop culture because last year was my second semester junior year and this is my first semester senior year, and a lot happens over the course of 6 months. Not that much, but enough to not know what VOD is.
Absolute disgrace to his generation, is all I can say. Thank God.
Yeah.
It is very interesting because my complaint is it seems we are becoming more and more infantile in the fact, oh, there's something interesting. I've got to put it in my mouth. We don't. I mean, you watch everything. But it's effectively that I want it now.
Right.
Not that I'm not going to work towards it. I'm not going to wait. I need it now. And that's, in fact, infantile. But that's what we've become. And I mean, a lot of the film is a resistance to that, to say, escape it. I mean, for me, coming to New York, it's like Cohen going out his front door. I mean, it's just like, what? In London, we're overwhelmed with stuff, but it's provincial and pissy small compared to walking into Times Square. And you're like, what is this about? And where do we fit into it? Are we just these little dots that connect around the way? I mean, are we just becoming social insects like worker bees? And our job is to keep tweeting and connecting, spreading those pheromones that they sort of go through the ether, as opposed to antennae going. And that's what we do. We do it at distance. How do you feel? What do you think? Oh. So nobody really has to have their individual opinion. People sort of are constantly communicating. Should I say that? Is that right? Have I gone too far? Have I offended? Am I rude? All these words keep coming up. And my attitude is, fuck this. People have got to start being individual, and offense. I'm obsessed about offending people because you get a discussion going. Maybe you might start talking about things rather than ducking and diving. I watched my daughter say, "Oh, that was very rude," and it was an idea, it was a thought. What do you think about that thought? Do you want to talk about it?